Cancer, hi, how are you? This is Lisa. I'm coming in to do August 2022's general reading. It's only general, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. And if you do enjoy it, you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right. For those of you who just popped in, I hope you enjoyed the video and you liked it enough to come back. And for those of you guys who have been here before, I do appreciate it. All right. All right, let's get started. Cancer, August 2022. The Page of Swords. The Six of Cups. The Three of Swords. The Ace of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Oh, interesting. The Seven of Cups. The Hierophant. High Priestess. And the Two of Pentacles. All right, guys. Let's see what we can find out from this. We'll clarify with another deck and we'll pull a couple oracle cards at the end. All right, well, it looks like the way you're coming out, your energy right now, or for August, is it's very possible you're finding a new way to communicate, or you have a new idea and it's coming at you and you're like, okay, well, now I have this idea, what can I possibly do with it? The theme of the month is around family, friends, you know, people from your past. And so it kind of makes me feel like you have a new idea in regard to that, or a new way to communicate with them. And yeah, you might be looking for knowledge in regard to family. Because, like, you know, the 23andMe and, you know, you do all those, like, spit tube things to get your genetics and, you know, where you come from. So there might be some of you out there, you know, maybe just a handful that are actually thinking about doing that kind of thing, too. It's like, oh, I'm going to get this because, you know, well, it's cool. But let's see what else we got. Now, I have the Three of Swords. I feel like there might be a breakup coming through for some of you guys. You know, where it could be painful just because maybe you've shared the past together. Maybe it's a long relationship that's, you know, it's come to an end. And that's what, you know, it's obviously making you sad, you know, but it feels like the goal of it, for you, is to end it. Like, maybe, you know, something that's been lingering. Maybe you're trying not to have it continue. Now, again, I don't know if this is a marriage or this is just a long-term relationship. I mean, it could be a friendship. It could be, you know, that. But because it's right next to this Ace of Cups. And you need to overcome the feelings that you have. So maybe this person is still, like, special to you, and you're trying to, like, push past it. So it's not like, you know, it's not like you're not going to run into them. It's not like you're not going to see each other. But maybe that there's, because of the pain, you need to push past this feeling of love and, you know, emotions. And maybe you felt like you've given it too much. Like, there's too much been given to it for you to have to keep lingering with it. And I feel like you having this Ten of Cups energy, like, this was your end all and be all. You know, you're happy, you're feeling like you know, where you're wanted, where you're needed, where your life that's around people. Now, this could be your home life. I mean, this is just, it doesn't necessarily have to be the kids, the dog, the picket fence, and the husband, wife, or the couple. It actually can just be where you actually accomplished gaining that and having that. And maybe that's what makes it so much harder for it to be ending. If it's ending, I mean, I guess I've got a lot of situations that could be like, okay, well, they don't, they're not that into you kind of feeling too. And even though you got this accomplishment of having this 10 of Cups, I mean, this obviously is not the easiest thing to attain. So if it ended, it would hurt. I mean, that's just because if this was part of your life at some point, if it went back, to, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, it went back, it's a part of your life, so it's going to hurt when it ends. Now with the 7 of Cups energy, this is like, all right, so there's new options out there. There's different things you can do. There's different ideas that you might have with this new idea thing going on. And I feel like at this moment, right now, in this time, don't look at your new options. Don't go, oh, well, I'm single now. I'm going to go on all the apps. I'm going to go to the bars. I'm going to go do something. I'm going to meet new people. Not that you shouldn't, but right now, maybe right now, in this time, this moment, not the best thing. Maybe you need to work on you before you decide to bring somebody else into the loop. At least that's what that feels like. All right, so wait. Now we have this Hierophant energy. Now this is interesting because the Hierophant is, it's about faith, and it's about being able to feel something, maybe tradition, following rules, but does have a spiritual perspective to it. So maybe you want to go to church, maybe you want to go see a pastor. And I feel like you might want to be doing that before you go ahead and grab up all these options. Maybe you're looking for something else right now before you go, going back out on the scene, maybe. Ooh, excuse me. Now this High Priestess energy, you're going to be able to find support. Either, it's going to be in your mind, like, using your intuition and using what you know and being able to, bring that out and make things like clear up better for you, I guess. And this could be somebody that you could turn to, or they have this energy of, for guidance. Like maybe this is the kind of person that you would go to, if you were just trying to figure things out. But also it's like internal. You want to be able to use your own guidance and be able to figure how things are panning out, and if it's, if you're going to be able to get over it eventually. Now the 2 of Pentacles. Now this is like, if you were going to go look for some kind of advice or encouragement along with your intuition and, the person that you would go to for guidance and counsel, Hierophant actually is counseling too. So that might actually be an option for you, now that I think about it. Because this whole road was basically, counseling. Or somebody that you talk to, even if it's just a friend, but somebody who's going to offer counsel to you. But this is like you have to balance things out. You're going to have to juggle things, whether it's going to be a new job or it's going to be a new relationship, it's going to be your old relationship, and say that there's other people involved with it. I don't know if it's like a family thing or, this, with this Cups. It's almost like, okay, maybe there's other family involved. So you're going to have to balance that out. Maybe you're going to have to share time. Maybe you're going to have to share, ideas with somebody. Say you have kids, maybe, you know, you got to co-parent something. So I feel like there's going to be some part of it where you're going to actually have to say, all right, well, I guess I'm going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to connect. We're going to have to talk. It's, you know, it's not going to be the bestest thing, but you're going to have to do it. All right. What about this Page of Swords? Can you tell me about the Page of Swords? Cancer. All right, the Moon and the Three of Pentacles. All right, so whatever this new idea is, or this new way to get in touch with people, get in touch with a person, and even if you're, you know, again, like I said, looking for something, looking for knowledge, you're going to need cooperation. You're going to need somebody to, you know, get on your side about it, because you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, maybe. No, I don't want to put that, not like you don't know what you're doing, but just you're wary about it. You're nervous. You're kind of maybe feeling some anxiety because you actually don't know what the future will bring. And we don't, you know, and so maybe you just need to make sure you have, you know, somebody who could back you with teamwork and cooperation. Now this Ace of Pentacles and this Nine of Wands. Well, I feel like you're going to be, maybe you have a new financial opportunity. Maybe you're going to be opening up the door to some abundance. Maybe, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love reading. This is, you know, because I'm not doing a love reading, but anything will pop up. But apparently, whatever the situation is, you're going to have your guard up. You know, maybe you've been going through it and it's just like over and over and over again. It keeps happening. Or maybe it's not so much that it keeps happening, but you know that you're going to have to be aware and, you know, be ready to do battle again, I guess I could say. All right, what about this Three of Swords for Scorpio? No, Scorpio. I'm sorry. Must be a Scorpio in my mind. Might be who you're brokenhearted about. Three of Swords for Cancer. Judgment. And the Ace of Swords. All right, so you have the new idea. You have a breakthrough coming through, okay? You're getting mental clarity on something. But you're also going through a period of reviewing decisions that you've made and maybe trying to take a step back and saying, well, what could I have done differently? Did it have to end that way? Did I have to make it that way? So you're getting all kinds of, you know, feedback in your head. Like you're getting downloads from spirit, from God, from the angels, whatever. You're getting downloads. Kind of like telling you, think about what you did. You know, whatever it might have been, it doesn't have to be, like, it was your fault. It doesn't have to be, it was their fault. Like, I don't know whose fault it was. But there's a reason why you're going back and you're thinking about it. You know, could something have changed? Could I have maybe not done that? Or I wish they wouldn't have done that. So there's going to be a little bit of, yeah, just a little bit of insight coming to you. Or just like a lot of, you know, mind cleaning. Actually, cleaning up your mind. That's how I can think about it. Just because you're going to have to face it to be able to purge it. You're not going to be able to get over it if you don't, like, walk into it. Ace of Cups. And the Five of Swords. Now these two cards, they tell me, like, all right, you are prepared to do battle, I guess. Now with this guy, I feel like, okay, you're in defense of something. Something is, like, coming at you, maybe arguments and just, like, a lot of chaos and a lot of, you know, bickering and, you know, maybe there's certain situations where people aren't hearing things or you're not hearing things, or, you know, somebody's not hearing things, and you're kind of like fighting, you know, you guys, there might be so much drama and chaos going on that nobody is hearing the other person. And I don't know if that's through, you know, your peer groups or, you know, your friends, your family. But this win at all costs feeling with these swords, it's almost like You know what? That's weird because it's not the win at a cost. It's almost like there might be some lies coming on. There might be somebody changing what the narrative is to suit themselves. I don't know who it is. I don't know, them, you. But somebody is changing the narrative. And it's kind of like they're being sly. It's like the feeling of being sly. And the reason why it feels like that is because you want to win the situation. And you're willing to do it that will cause you to win. Even though, you're defending a situation where you're defending it and, there's a lot of drama and chaos around it, but you're going to do what you can. Or they're going to do what they can. I don't want to just say it's all you. But somebody's going to do what they can to make it better for themselves. The Ten of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Well, that feels like, all right, you're feeling inspired about something, which is probably this, because he's literally just staring right at these people. I don't know if you can see it, the way the camera's hooked up. But it feels like it. You're inspired. You're like, okay. And I think that, are you, or is he, or she, I'm not going to give no gender, but is the other person, or is it you, that is inspired to do something a little shady to make the outcome come out for you? Because I think whatever it is causing you to be very burdensome. Like it's almost too much. Whereas maybe that's not your general, that's just not how you are. You wouldn't want to do that normally. Or, on the flip side, are they doing it and it's causing you a burden? All right, let's see about these 7 of Cups. Justice and the Two of Wands. The Justice, it's actually kind of interesting here. All right. With the Two of Wands, all right, so you're planning something. You're thinking about things. You're making lists. You're deciding what you're going to do. You're not really sure how you're going to handle a situation. But the Justice is like, whatever's going to happen, it's going to be fair, for good or for bad. Whatever situation that led to this, whatever situation that led to it, the result is going to be fair. That's what justice is about. It's almost like a karma, good or bad, whether it's for you or against you, whatever comes out will be justice. All right, so what about this Hierophant? I'm going to tell you about that. The 8 of Swords and 10 of Cups again. Well, that's kind of interesting too. I feel like you're trapped in a situation that was maybe wonderful at some point in time. Like I said, if it was a long-term relationship, if it was possibly a marriage, whatever the situation was, and like say a Hierophant, actually, it can mean marriage too. Hierophant can mean a lot of things, but it can mean marriage, again, faith, counseling. But this to me tells me that you felt stuck. You felt stuck in whatever that situation was. And you didn't know how to get out of it. Maybe you tried, maybe it wasn't working. Or maybe there was a possibility that, it wasn't all that it seemed to be. Maybe the grass was greener on the other side. Like, I don't know the situation, but it's just like you were stuck in that. The High Priestess. What about the High Priestess? The World and Death. Wow. All right. That's pretty huge. I mean, the major arcanas are like huge, pivotal times in your life that they kind of like usher in something big, something that's you're gonna remember it, something that's not, it's not like your everyday stuff. But you got two right there, back to back. on top of the High Priestess, and that's, again, with the intuition and everything. And that, to me, is there's going to be a change in whatever situation you're in. And with the World, it's a completion. All right, so you might have, like I said, with Justice, I don't know. I don't know who is right, who's wrong, who's going to get justice, who's not going to get justice, but there's going to be a huge change after this all blows blows through. And you're going to see, like, a new beginning, I feel like. And with the Death card, every ending is a new beginning. So nothing will begin new if you don't end something. Like, something has to die off for something else to come in. All right. What about the Two of Pentacles? And you got the Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Now that's actually interesting because the whole thing's been pretty interesting, but it's almost like, all right, with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like that's a celebration, so maybe something goes on. You're feeling happy about it. It worked out for you. You weren't feeling like, well, it's not that, I don't know if you're celebrating because it's over or something worked out for you for it, but whatever it was, it did bring on a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of not feeling great about it. So it looks to me like, yeah, okay, like I said, I don't know who, somebody's going to get justice, and it's going to affect somebody, but in the end, there's going to be happiness and celebration, but it's still going to have a backlash of some anxiety and maybe still losing some sleep. So maybe whatever goes down, it just caused that feeling of, almost like something just going to maybe keep you up at night for a little while. I don't know. Could be you or them. All right, let's see what we got. Oops. Prosperity lies ahead. All right. And what about one of these guys? Ooh, fear. Now I get this. All right. Now this to me tells you, yeah, prosperity lies ahead, whereas far as whether it's something, new coming in after the ending happens, I don't know if you're going to get something out of it. And honestly, I don't know, it could be a new job, could be something else, but this feels very much relationship-y. But I still think you're afraid. You are still actually afraid of it. And once you push through that, get past the fear, get through the anxiety, get to the point where you can actually breathe. I feel like it's going to be a good outcome for you. But, you still got to get through it. Everybody, you got to get through things, talk through things, think about things, get them out, and then you can move on. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you liked it, could you give me a thumbs up or subscribe? Yeah, write me a comment if it resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you in September. Bye.